Hey, welcome back, everybody. Oh goodness, everybody is.
Ooh,
There
yeah.
we go. That
No,
fixed it. All right,
there we
welcome
go.
back, everybody. Finally doing our next episode of Peasant Strike Back. Back after a week break with me being out of town. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining and watching us tonight. Uh, Apologies again for all the crazy delays. We went through two different chat programs, all kinds of video issues and things like that, but we finally got it working. So thankfully, all that was done. Maybe we got all of our nat ones out of the way for the rest of the night. We'll see. Anyways, a quick introduction to the channel and the game that we're playing. So, welcome to the Black Feathers Guild here. We do tabletop RPG games. My name is Raven. I'm a tabletop RPG streamer, designer, and professional GM. And I'll be playing Moira tonight as a character on the Peasant Strike Back. And the general premise for this show is that we are your typical peasants and your stereotypical murder-happy D&D party adventure. So we're tired of the adventurers and them doing all the collateral damage and whatnot, and so we're trying to get back at them. So that's the premise. Before we jump into everything, I do want to cover a couple of things. If any of our players or viewers at any time get uncomfortable with anything being discussed, you can do exclamation point claptrap in the chat right there, just like that. And that will prompt everybody to see how's everybody doing. You can do an O for I'm okay, slash for this is making me a little uncomfortable, but I'm good if you back off. Or X, which means I'm really uncomfortable, so we need to kind of address that. Everybody feel free to use that as much or as little as you feel necessary. Viewers and players alike, feel free to use it to check on other people. You don't necessarily have to just do it if you yourself feel uncomfortable. It is there the entire time for anybody to use. Another cool thing about doing this on Twitch is you, the viewers, can interact with the game. So there's a few different ways that you can do that. It's in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. All of that goes to support me and the channel so that I can continue to do this multiple times a week. But it's really cool the things that you can get for your donation. So for $1, you can give +5 temporary hit points to a character, which can be very helpful if they're getting beat up quite a bit with different hits. For $2, you can do a free reroll, which is essentially giving advantage in the D&D system. For $3, this is a relatively new one, you can give a player or the GM a switch. And what that means is that whoever that's used on, they have to switch the action that they were about to take. So for example, if you're a bard and you were to announce that, hey, I'm going to go seduce that barmaid, then the GM or another player can go switch that action, and you have to do something else to the barmaid. So that's a fun one that can cause some shenanigans. $5 is an auto success, so that it can come in really handy for a player if you really like that player. $10 will give you a Sensi Bean, which is half their hit points that they can use as a health potion at any time. And then finally, the last two, $15 will get you a complication. So as long as it is setting appropriate and appropriate in general, you can suggest a complication to throw into the story, and we will all have to basically work around whatever complication you throw into the mix. So it's a really cool way that you can actually directly and significantly affect the story. And then finally, for $25, you can give somebody a Phoenix Down, which means if they would die at any point, rather than being completely killed off as a character, they come back at 1 HP. So that can be a very handy thing to have. Currently, we have one of those on the board for Buggy. So I have a feeling I might get some use tonight. But yeah, those are different ways that you as a viewer can interact with the story, help support the channel, everything as well. So we really appreciate it. And yeah, with that, we'll go around and do our introductions. So I've already introduced myself. Let's pass it down to Buggy. Tell us a little bit about your character and where we can find you on the internet.
Howdy, I'm Buggy. I'm playing Tor, the Half-Orc Militia. You can find me at the Twitter handle. I'm starting to get active on that. Yeah, here for a good time as always.
Awesome. And okay, I've got something weird going on there with your camera there, Lydia. But Lydia, tell us a little bit about you while I figure out what's going on with your camera.
I'm Lydia. I'm new here. You can find me on Twitter at Lydia Heals. On Wednesdays, I play Zweihander over on Encounter Roleplay. We're doing our finale on Wednesday, which will be very exciting. And tonight I'm gonna play a character that I played with Josh a few weeks ago on Scraticus. It'll be fun.
Fantastic. And then with that, we'll go over to Gwen.
Hi, I'm Gwen. I'm here a lot. I will be playing Kahan, who is the town healer / potion maker. It's my job to keep these people alive. I hope I did a good job with that.
Might come in handy
Perfect.
this week.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, you can find me at Potato Hollow.
And then Noir.
Hello, I'm Noir. You can find me on Twitter. I changed my handle. I probably should have mentioned that. It's Noir Enigma. That's what I am on all the socials, Insta, SoundCloud, all that good stuff. And I'll be at Gamehole Con come Wednesday through the end of it. So come say hi. And yeah, that's it.
Perfect. And then last but certainly not least, our Dungeon Master, Joshua.
Hi all, so I'm Joshua Barbeau. You can find me on Twitter at Joshua Barbeau. And I'm super excited, despite us being really late. I'm super excited for this week's episode because we have a special guest star, Lydia. We're very much grateful that you could join us for this session. I'm very excited to see your character interact with these crazy kooks that we've got here. What have I been up to? I've been writing a supplement for Dungeons and Dragons. It is called Wrong Turn Dragon Heist, and it is a supplement to help dungeon masters put things back on track if they're running Dragon Heist and things go off the rails. It addresses 3 specific instances in that adventure that things could go wrong, and teaches you how to put it back with hopefully some extra fun. That was supposed to release on DM's Guild this morning, but I have a few last minute edits I still need to make. It should hopefully go on tonight after the stream.
Hello there.
But yeah, that's me. I'm very excited for today. So everyone's been introduced, so we could just jump right into it, unless you got something else to say, Raven.
No, that's it. We are finally good to go, so I will pass the reins to you, Joshua.
All right, fantastic. So, welcome back to Daggerford. Now, when last we left our quote-unquote heroes, our peasants, when last we left our peasants, they had just struck a deal with a band of goblins to try to the goblins think they're teaming up to beat up the warriors of good deeds. The peasants probably more realistically think that, okay, the goblins are just going to slow them down, but they've come up with an interesting add-on to the goblin plot that might, if not kill them, draw them away from Daggerford for a long time. And that was, they wanted to plant some things on the goblins that suggested they were attached to a bigger plot. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And what did they want to plant on the goblins for the warriors of good deeds to find when they slay the goblins?
I'm trying to remember what it was called.
Crimson Court logo.
Yeah.
We were basically sending like a bad guy, post-it note saying, you haven't seen The Last of Us, the Crimson Circle is back, blah, blah, blah,
yeah.
bad guy spiel.
Yeah, I think we were going to have Moira write a letter basically saying, we knew this wouldn't actually kill you. These goblins were sent as a message. The real challenge is,
Yep.
far away from Daggerford.
So that's where we're actually going to pick up. We're going to pick up in the tap room of the Happy Cow. our friendly neighborhood halfling-owned tavern. We're gonna pick up in the tap room of the Happy Cow, and the four of you are sitting around a table, perhaps with drinks, perhaps with food, what have you, looking at Moira's rough drafts for these notes and trying to decide, oh no, maybe this one doesn't look authentic enough. I don't like your word choice here, etc., like that kind of thing. Role play that for a little bit. Tell me exactly how you guys are coming up with what this note you're gonna plant on the goblin should say.
Oh,
Alright.
but never believe it.
All right, here's what I have so far, and just tell me what you think. Dear warriors of good deeds,
Good start.
does that sound too casual though? Could it be more formal?
What if it says hello? It's more ominous.
How's hello ominous?
Instead of dear heroes of good deeds,
Also-
hello heroes of good deeds.
Why would you be ominous? I'm just wondering here.
They're the Crimson Cart. They're supposed to be ominous.
Right. You think they talk in alliteration with like all C's? No, I'm thinking too much on this. This isn't my bag. Courtesy of the Crimson Court, you've caught our creatures in combat. No, I'm sorry.
Hold
I'm
on.
That was actually really good.
gonna pat Holden on the shoulders. It's okay, buddy.
Hold on. We're friends, right?
Start on a high note.
It's like I'm gonna go work on that ass.
All right. So, how's this? Greetings, warriors of good deeds. By now, you've no doubt dispatched with these goblins we've sent as a little warm up or welcome.
Welcome is better.
All right, fine. But by now, you've no doubt dealt with these goblins that we've sent as by way of a bit of a welcome. They've been sent here to give you this message, which is, I don't know. We need to give some sort of challenge
still here.
or yeah.
We're back. And we're better than ever.
Have at thee.
All right. And Moira is taking down some notes and doing a couple of ideas in her head. And, all right, let's see here. So we've sent these goblins to you as by way of a welcome, and to say that we're very much still alive. That the rumors of our death have been gradually exaggerated, and we'll be waiting for you at what's the farthest place from Daggerford?
Farthest place from
Neverwinter.
Daggerford in Faerun. Neverwinter's pretty far, but like Silvery Moon is really far, or Baldur's Gate is also really far. You
I
could
think-
even
I think
you-
Neverwinter would be more realistic.
That makes sense.
you
'cause
don't want it
there's
to be
all sorts-
so far that
Exactly.
they just like ignore it.
That's what I'm thinking. If it's really fire, they may be like, oh, we don't have to worry about them, or they make it suspicious. But there's all sorts of riffraff going through Neverwinter, so that might work. Yeah, we'll be waiting for you. In the mysterious castle just outside of Neverwinter. Ask for Bob.
Ha! As you're writing this down and all like coming to agreements on how to phrase it, someone walks into the tavern room, and this person has an aura around her that is definitely not peasant like. Wherever this person goes, she grabs attention one way or the other. She is definitely not from around these parts, and is far and away more impressive of a sight to see, or sight to behold, than just any of the peasants that live in this small town. Lydia, do you want to describe what your character looks like?
Sure. Sadie is a Yanti. Oh boy. I don't even remember what she looked like. I didn't prepare this part.
You can make it up. You know, it's been some months. Maybe she's changed her appearance in whatever way.
Yeah, she's changed her appearance. She's wearing pretty nice clothes because I think the ones that she was wearing got kind of damaged, probably from that large mouse trap. But I don't know. She's a Yanti. She is nicely dressed. She probably looks like she doesn't belong in these parts.
Just for the sake of fun storytelling,
Yeah, do it.
drama, I'm not even going to have you guys roll, but I'm going to say that one of you immediately recognizes her as none other than a member of the infamous Crimson Court, Ssadie.
Well, hello there.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We were just talking about the Crimson Court, and somehow one of them appears. How fortuitous.
Wait, they're in the Crimson Court?
Make that
bloody
one
hell.
right there.
Hold,
They're
hold,
like that.
hold.
They're like
Hold
that
up.
one mage, Velderfart or something like that. You'd say their name, they show up.
Hold on. I know we were doing this at the note as like a lie,
Yeah,
but they're
it's kinda
still
real now.
around. Are we about to start a war?
I'm just as surprised as you, but I'm like, yes.
Abort mission! Abort
Great.
mission, they know!
This is great.
I try to start grabbing the note. Just try to start like, hi. Trying to hide it.
I'm just gonna stand in front of them like, we're not doing anything suspicious.
Oh, you don't look like you belong here per se. What brings you here? Trying to.
Traveling through.
Oh, just traveling, huh? That's nice.
You're a long way from, where did you say you were?
You're right. I'm a long way from where I come from.
Yeah.
And
Weren't you dead?
The warriors of good deeds have been talking up the entire town of Daggerford, telling them how they defeated the Crimson Court when last they encountered them. This, of course, is not only not so much an exaggeration as much as it's completely untrue. But you know, the warriors of good deeds like to
embellish.
tell the tales, embellish the tales in such a way that make them sound more in their favor.
Gwen, they lied about killing the goblins. They lied about killing the Crimson Court. We need to abort mission.
I mean, if you're not dead, then are the rest of you alive? Because, you know, these fuckers could use some killing.
I can only speak for myself.
Now, I've got a question for you. So this Crimson Card, how would one go about, say, applying for recruitment? I'm not asking for myself, asking for a friend.
Of course.
Hello, I'm the friend.
I don't think there's a formal application process. You just have to know people.
I see. Well, hello, I'm Mora Adul. And your name is Sadie, right?
Mm-hmm. Sadie.
Yes, it's very important to get the
Sadie. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was spot on. Spot on.
Perfect. Yes,
Hi,
I'm very,
Ella.
very good with words and names and whatnot. Well, see, now you know my name. I know yours. So guess you could say I know someone.
And my name's Ella.
I'm not the someone you should know.
At this point, Kogan Hardcheese, the halfling owner of the Happy Cow, walks up to your little gathering and says, "Oh, hey there, a new person in these parts. Welcome to the Happy Cow. First time here?
Yes.
Of course. I never forget a face, and your face is definitely intriguing. But let me treat you to a free ale on the house. All first-time guests get their first drink free here at the Happy Cow."
Really? Because I didn't.
Yeah, me neither.
Extremely generous.
Wait,
you all
wait.
live in town. You don't count. And besides, I know that the other tavern in town kicked you guys out, so you have no choice but to shop here.
Right.
That is
Well, I mean,
all
to be fair-
very true, actually.
To be fair, I actually live here, so you know, I guess that makes sense.
So
Should it get really
Kogan
quiet
gives
in
you a
this
free
tavern?
ale. Well, it's middle of the afternoon. He's like, what are you getting at? You saying that we're having on hard times? Here, Moira, you know full well that you four are the only ones that usually come by at this time of day.
Because
no,
there
it's
I
just,
have a problem.
Are you saying my day drinking is a problem?
I'm saying that your life choices are unique.
I'll drink
And
to that.
keeping your bar afloat. So you're welcome.
Yes, keeping my bar afloat, yes. On that note, actually, I noticed in the book something about a loan that my niece.
It's been fun, guys. I gotta run back.
Yeah,
to
I
the
gotta
shop.
I gotta go to the back. Hold on, wait up. I'll help you with that S.
Immediately walk out.
I'm like running, bumping into tables, being obnoxious with trying to get out.
Moira's like, oh yes, that was a loan that Holden took out by himself.
Yes, that's
I
what it
co-signed.
says here. Well, yes, Holden. Yes, there was a cosigner. Holden and Ella co-signed. That's correct. Anyway,
And all
if
I was
you
saying is that there was a distinct silence in the communication, in the conversation. That's all I was saying. Not that the bar is quiet in total, like all day long, or anything like that.
Well, very well. Anyway, I was just coming by to greet the newcomer. If you need anything at all, please don't hesitate to ask. And if these four are bothering you, also don't hesitate to let me know.
Oh, I hope I'm not bothering you.
Not that I can do anything about it. We don't have a bouncer on the payroll, but well, it's the thought that counts.
Absolutely.
And he goes back to his spot behind the bar.
As I'm outside walking with Tor, I'm just going, they're just like talking to a terrorist. Like they're just talking to her like it's no big deal. I don't understand.
I mean, we don't know if they're terrorists. I mean, the victors write the history books.
That's true. And that's true.
Never judge a book until you read it. I think that's the saying.
I mean, if you judge this book by its cover, I mean,
That's the saying. God damn it.
Tor, you're
So,
so wise, bro.
I'm
Sorry,
little confused. I wanted to clarify. So Holden, Tor, and Ella all went outside. Is that what happened?
I know that Tor and Holden ran as soon as the loan was mentioned.
yeah,
They're
Ella,
like,
Ella
oh.
went out with them.
Okay, Moira's gonna stay at the table and continue talking to Sadie. Or pardon me, Sadie.
Because Ella would say that.
That's gonna trip me up. I know it.
The
But again, like-
hypocrisy of Holden getting ready to say something
Dave.
about somebody's name. It's like it's right there. That's why he had to get out.
But I mean, again, we don't know anything if the Crimson Court are a bad group. I mean, we could be considered a bad group to people.
I mean,
The-
but everybody was
the
all
warriors of
excited
good
about the
deeds
Crimson
are
Court
bad
being
people.
destroyed.
That's true.
Mm.
I just,
Want me to find
I
out?
think that lady is dangerous. I think it's dangerous.
I personally think that she doesn't look dangerous.
So the
Those are the
three
ones that
were
get ya.
outside discussing the rather fortuitous meeting of one of the members of the Crimson Court. But we're going to shift the focus to the inside because I'm very curious what Mora and Ssadie are getting on about.
Well, Moira being, of course, the product of a bard, and being the relatively attractive tiefling that she is, she's getting her flirt on as they say, and flirting with Ssadie, or Ssadie for short. So it is both trying to flirt with Ssadie, but also legitimately find out about how you might join the Crimson Court, because Moira is really tired of the Warriors of Good Deeds, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend, as they say. So that's what Moira is doing for the most part, while that conversation is going on.
So Ssadie might not even be aware that the Warriors are in town, let alone what they've been up to here, and why they've been getting on Moira's backside. So you might want to fill her in.
That's true. So, I guess first of all, what brings you into town?
Just passing through.
Okay, well, you may or may not be aware. So the blowhards known as the Warriors of Good Deeds, the ones that are spreading all those rumors about all you being dead. They've unfortunately decided to make this town their, I can't quite say home, because generally people treat their home better than that. But they're deciding this is where they're going to live permanently. So they might be about. Not sure if that would cause you trouble.
Oh, I'm not scared of anyone.
I like that. I'm
Okay.
certainly a little bit terrified of them. Just by myself. My talents mostly lie in the arts, as they would say. Don't have a lot of fighting experience. But I'm definitely not a friend of the Warriors of Good Deeds, and so I was wondering, does the Crimson Court, do you need like a good PR person? You know, somebody to really talk you lot up.
No.
Well, if it's worth a
Probably
shot.
not. Yeah.
I do come with very good references, if that makes any difference.
It doesn't.
All right. Well, gee, would you look at the time? I'm going to go now. It was very nice meeting you.
Same.
Moira's going to dejectedly leave the room.
Okay. So Mora joins her three friends outside.
Did you get the
and,
job?
Glad to see you're still alive.
Oh, of course. I'm too charming to kill. But anyways,
You have your days.
But anyways, that seems to be a no-go on the job, and getting any help there. So, I mean, if she wasn't going to respond well to me, then I'm pretty sure that means that there's no chance.
Well, just because you batted, I don't know the phrase, doesn't mean I'm gonna strike out.
Well, I mean, Ella, look, you're my friend, and I love
Right, Ella, nothing good follows.
you. But I mean, look at me. So if she can say no to this, then I'm pretty sure she's not interested in anything like that.
Wait,
Maybe
are you trying to
didn't
date
take-
her or get her to murder for us?
Yeah, I thought we were going with
I
option two.
mean, I'm
A
in
girl can
the-
do two things at once.
Yeah.
Oh, I
was
know. I
about
want her to be
say.
solely focused on the murder. And
I was
only the
about to
murder.
say.
I mean-
Those two things can coincide.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I'd say like a good 60-30.
Yeah. Wait, which one is 60 and which one is 30?
The 60s for the kill and 40s because of, personal reasons.
Yeah, I do the opposite.
Do you strike out with both? Or did we
Um,
at least get one?
Was it a 100% strikeout?
It was that one.
Oh,
Ooh.
you hate to see that happen.
Well, maybe you didn't take the right approach.
Wait, what am I talking about? This is a terrorist. Like, are we sure we should?
Supposedly.
I mean, you could call the warriors of good deeds terrorists.
You
Sure,
could call
I mean,
us terrorists. We sided
they
with
Whoa,
burnt
whoa,
Gardens.
whoa,
down
whoa,
Bringing
the
them
whoa,
here.
whoa!
shop.
That don't put that on me, Tor.
I'm just stating the truth, man.
All I know is that when the warriors of good deeds come in, I feel irritated, annoyed, and terrified. When Ssssadie came in, I definitely wasn't terrified. It was something very different.
Yes, very,
we
different.
figured out what you were feeling, Moira.
Hold on.
And we want no
Hold it.
part of it.
I'll explain
mean-
when you get older. I'll explain it when you get older.
Exactly.
All right, maybe we just everyone. Maybe we try. I mean, she didn't kill anybody, so maybe it's
If we're-
safe to just maybe talk to her.
Going off of our past experiences, if Moira striked out, then I'm gonna try to find a stick and draw a little pie chart on the ground, but it's a very small sliver, 90% to 10%.
Mhm.
She's handled 90% of our talks. And the other 10, I don't even count.
You know what?
They said no as soon as we said hello.
The other 10% was Tudyk talking to goblins.
It's Tunnix. My name is Holding Tunnix.
And even then, Moira was telling him what to say.
You know what? I believe in myself. I can do this.
Moira's our negotiator.
I
Can't
want
do
to.
it.
I want to give it a go.
All right. Well,
But I mean, it can't
again,
hurt.
It's the worst.
go
I mean,
go
the
back in there and
The
don't
worst
die.
the worst she can do is kill you or maim you. So I mean,
Yeah.
Don't get maimed.
I mean,
If anything
not
happens, just yell.
entirely unpleasant.
All right.
We have
So
faith
anyway.
in Ella. We have faith.
Ella just boldly walks in.
10
Going
bucks.
back-
$10 she comes out with a no.
Yeah.
Going back into the inn, then the tavern.
Yeah. And it's Ssadie, isn't it?
Yes.
No, you wouldn't mind telling me why you're in town currently, would you?
I've already told the other ones, just passing through.
So you did not know the warriors of good deeds were in town.
No, I stopped looking them up.
Do you have any passing indignation over what they did to you.
Come again.
I mean, they're saying they beat you. They're saying they not only beat you, they killed you. You're lying.
Obviously, I'm right here.
Exactly. Don't you take offense to that?
No.
How could you not?
I know it's
I mean, look at you. Look at you. They're saying they killed you.
Yes.
Kogan pipes up. Not that I mean to eavesdrop, but Ella, not everyone cares as much about the warriors of good deeds as you do. Clearly.
What he said.
So there's nothing I could say that could possibly convince you to maybe go after them
No.
again. Oh. Well, then, how long are you going to be in town?
I haven't decided yet.
Perfect. So where are you going to be staying?
Kogan pipes up again. Rooms are half off tonight.
I guess.
Since when are the rooms bloody half off?
Since this nice lady walked in. Shut your trap.
Does that mean my room's gonna be half off tonight? I don't know where my accent went with that.
No. Your room is regular price. I'm trying to drum up new business.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you could get the Warriors of Good Deeds to actually pay their feckin' tab.
Well, it's not my fault they haven't paid their tab now.
Well, I tell you what, hold on. Rooms aside, I do have to say I am a bit of a fan of the Crimson Cart, so I was wondering, Ssadie, might I get your autograph?
That's a weird request.
It's this new trend they're doing. The famous people that you really like, you get them to sign a piece of paper for you. It becomes like a collector's item.
Side eyes, Ella. I mean, Moira.
Can I do like an insight check on this?
If you would like to.
Because I came in and they were like being real weird over a letter, right?
Yes, they were, and then they tried to hide that letter, and now I'm pretty sure Raven should have to make a deception check.
Deception check, okay. I'm very okay with that.
I normally don't encourage players to roll skills against players, but in this case, I'll make an exception. An exception.
Appreciate that.
So that's a 10. Seeing as I do not have any rerolls, yeah, so that is a 10.
And Lydia, what did you roll for an insight check?
Nothing yet. So I am a 9 plus a 5.
14.
Yeah.
Sounds right. Sounds appropriate. So yes, Moira is up to something. She.
I don't think I'm going to sign anything for you, stranger.
Oh, well, see, I'm not a stranger, you see. So, I'm Moira, and you're Sadie, as we established. Not a stranger, but fair enough. I won't bother you.
I really don't blame you.
We are going to, as you guys are, trying to convince Sadie to do something to incriminate her. We're gonna shift focus to the outside, where Tudex, Holden Tudex, and Tor are hanging out. Leaning against the wall of the Happy Cow, like a pair of Jay and Silent Bob lookalikes.
That's perfect.
That's great.
Jay and Silent Bob reboot out now. Please hire me, Kevin Smith. When all of a sudden, who should stop by, but none other than halfling member of the Warriors of Good Deeds, Gimbal Longbottom,
Ugh.
starts walking right up to the front door, happy as can be. What do you guys do?
Shit.
How close are we to the door?
You're right next to the door.
I'm gonna knock on the door, but can I try to do it like secretly so like the halfling doesn't see it? Just like doo, doo, doo.
Sure. Make
Yeah.
a stealth check.
Can I assist him in that by running up to the little gnome and trying to distract him?
Absolutely. But before you can assist him, you have to tell me what you are doing to distract this little gnome. Halfling. I don't know.
Can't halfway my mistake. Oh my god, it's one of the warriors of the great deeds. Oh man, I'm just such a fan of Three Dicks Blacksmith. It's great. Oh man, I've got so many questions. How did you guys get that famous blacksmith? You guys are just so great. Oh my god, you little bastard. Like
You little bastard.
All right, Tor, make your stealth check with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Where's stealth? There we go.
Still 12.
Shit, I think I caught what Holden had.
it never goes away.
Shit.
I'm confused as to what's happening.
What did you get?
12.
12. Okay. 12. So the halfling doesn't seem to notice. Meanwhile, on the inside, the weirdest thing, nobody ever knocks on a tavern door. They just walk in, right? But somebody's banging on the tavern door.
Well, that's odd.
I think Moira's going to take this opportunity to remove herself from being, embarrassed again, and go to the door to check that out.
Okay, you go to the door, and if you peek through the door, you can see Holden Tudex, chatting up Gimbal Longbottom, who seems
Okay.
intent on walking through the door.
Okay. Moira's going to rush out the door towards our halfling friend. And what was his first name again?
Gimbal.
Gimbal. She's going to run up to him and be like, "Oh, Gimbal, look, you may not want to be going into the tavern there. You may want to stay clear. You see,
I'm pretty sure I want to go exactly in there.
Well,
To see
well, you
someone
see-
I want to see on the second floor.
about that, so I'm afraid that dear sweet Lyra, innocent flower,
Yes.
has
Well.
has become has come to
I love Gimbal.
yeah, about the you see, she's become in the motherly way, from the
Wait, what?
Precisely. And I'm afraid
You're
her
saying
uncle...
that Lyra is, and me, and
Uh-huh.
she's.
Tedix is just
Whoa.
gonna yell, "I had no part in this," and run back inside the bar.
And you see, well,
God damn it, Holden.
her uncle's, not the craziest about the idea of this having happened under his roof. So you may just want to, just lay low for just a little bit. Let it blow over. Let people calm down.
Can I
Now, Raven, what you're saying is not entirely untrue, but your motives are definitely
Persuasion.
No, this is a deception check.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm telling like a 3/4 truth. It's deception
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Slightly better.
Well, let's Nat 1. Look at that.
Yes.
It's everybody's
Gimbal.
sick now.
Gimbal is gonna be, his face is gonna go blue, and he's gonna be like, maybe I should avoid the happy cow for a few days.
Just
Can I like lean down and just be like, maybe for 9 months? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll see y'all later. And he trots his little long bottom off into the distance.
God,
Little.
kids these days don't know. Do kids these days not know about protection? Man,
you mean
these
like
heroes
armor?
nowadays.
I mean, it looked like he's wearing armor to me.
Okay, let's go inside, Mario. Let's go inside.
Can I quickly run
let's go
inside?
So the four of you go back inside to resume your conversation, probably with Ssadie.
So,
Ssadie,
as I was
Ssadie
saying,
has expressed that she thinks you're all very weird, and while you were
Not wrong.
distracted, Ssadie, did you take advantage of the fact that they were distracted to book yourself a room and get out of the tap room, or are you still there?
I booked a room, but I'm also going to drink my free drink because
Of course, because it's free.
why not?
It's for me.
Who am I to turn down a free drink?
Mm-hmm.
Could I have actually, when Moira came over, run back inside to try and talk to Sadie real quick?
It's not her name.
Sorry, what?
Oh, I'm sorry,
Sadie.
Sadie.
Thank you.
Forgot
I'm
a
so
few
sorry.
S's. I love that
Didn't know who you were talking to. It's
I
fine.
love that so much.
No, he
Just-
was.
Lydia, just call him Two Dicks and he'll go nuts. It'll be
Oh,
fine.
don't! It's Tunnings. It's Tunnings. Don't. We're not gonna get somebody new in on this. Oh God.
I don't know what that means, but I think I'm okay with it.
That was
He would actually just kind of run up to Sadie and break down the whole thing. Like he's just gonna go 100% honest.
Okay.
So I know that a bunch of us peasants keep running up to you, and it's weird. But just hear me out. The warriors of good deeds have come to our home, and they're making it a living hell, and we need them to leave. And the greatest foe that they keep propping up that they've defeated was the Crimson Court. And we just found out that you're the Crimson Court, and I'm still afraid that you might kill me, but we really, really, really need some help. They have stolen my trade. They've burned down my friend's shop. You know, they don't pay their tab, and we just need help. And I can't kill them, or I would. I just need someone to help me kill them. They make fun of my family name. As a dwarf, it's all I have, and they keep mocking me. Please help.
Why didn't someone just say so?
Because they're all trying to be clever, I guess, and I'm too scared to lie to you.
I'm just gonna give a slight nod.
Bunch of peasants trying to be clever to an adventure.
I'm actually going full NPC mode. Like,
I
help,
mean,
help! Our
If you
village!
haven't figured it out yet, you guys are NPCs.
I know, that's why I'm like
Not
doing the
wrong.
NPC thing here.
Tor's going through an existential crisis right now. Am I like? He's looking at his hands. Is any of this real? And he's just gonna start like, he's just gonna go outside for some shenanigans right now.
So he goes, so Ssadie, our plan was to frame the Crimson Court and put this letter on goblins that were going to obviously get killed and then have them leave to go find the Crimson Court. But that's when we thought the Crimson Court were dead.
Wait. Did you say they made fun of your name?
Yes, my name is Holden Tuddix. They call me Holden Tudix, and I'm the blacksmithing store in town. And then they opened up a new blacksmith with a dwarven forger that I could never be. And then they named it Three Dicks Blacksmith. He starts crying.
Well, Moira's gonna go up and give him a hug and just like an arm around his waist.
It's just so
all right,
angry
Holden.
all the time.
Was it Volo that kept fucking up my name?
Yes.
Yes.
It was in fact the famous author Volo
Okay.
who kept fucking up your name, no matter how many times you tried to get him to.
This is
Say it
why
right.
my pussy gets help. I'm sorry, keep going.
Volo has not yet made an appearance in this show,
Okay.
but you might. You might.
I get upset when people mess up my name too.
It's the worst because it's who you are. It's what you represent. And
It's not that hard.
exactly like it's Dicks.
I wasn't talking about you.
Oh, someone made fun of your name? That's not fair either. What did they didn't put any dicks on it, did they? I'm sorry.
You're making it hard for me to want to help you.
I have a tendency of doing that. I have a low charisma. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't say that.
What's in it for me?
Access to a blacksmith whenever you want it. Discount to a potion general store.
Do you guys still have any of that 95 gold you borrowed?
Yes.
Or did you spend it all?
No, I still have the 90. I have hold on. I have 120 because that's what I was saving for my masterwork tools. I have 120 gold pieces.
And you get the satisfaction of dealing with people that make fun of other people's names.
And access to a blacksmith, whatever you need.
Oh yeah, and a 50% discount at my shop.
Shop.
I make potions.
I think that's a good deal. I've got some crossbows I just whipped up. I could easily turn around and give it to you instead, you know.
You were gonna give it to the goblins.
There's also that saying that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So if you're not particularly fond of the Warriors of Good Deeds for messing up your name, and we're not particularly fond of the Warriors of Good Deeds for messing up Holden's name, then that would make us friends, I would think.
But also 120 gold pieces.
Well, what are friends for?
I need to think about it.
Okay. And again, thank you for not murdering us.
Oh, I don't think she would.
Heard the stories.
Yeah, and they've been exaggerated. Just
I mean,
like
at least
every
some
other
of it had to
story
be
in
true.
Just
I'll
like
do
every
it.
other story that's ever been
But
told.
only one of them.
The dwarf.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was there any objections? Did anybody have anyone else in mind? Because I'm the dwarf, if not.
But I'm pretty sure the halfling's gonna be the skipping town regardless. So sure, the dwarf.
The dwarf. All right. So anybody else want to pony in on this 120 goals? This is just a me thing.
Oh, gee, look at the time. Oh, it's getting on in the day. I better get
You
going.
know, Mora, I love you. So yeah,
We're
takes
friends
out
and
the
all.
120 gold. That is good.
Where we'll toss in 2 gold. Because I have 4 total.
Holden is gonna take out 2 gold and put it back in his pocket. Gonna look at it one more time and just
Ellen
go.
literally gave Holden all of her money, so
Here you go, Ssadie.
I need you to set it all up.
Okay, absolutely. So yeah, we're back over the plan, and now we have an actual Crimson Court member on the plan. High five.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
All right, well, Holden, why don't you go tell the goblins, I guess, the updated plan, and,
oh yeah, you don't have any objection to fighting next to goblins, do you?
Just make sure they don't touch me.
Will do.
Okay. All right, so we've got the plan together, guys. What's the plan again? Let's write it down so I don't mess it up when I'm talking to the goblins. I just,
Get the dwarf to attack the goblin. Ssadie shows up, and they kill the dwarf.
Yeah, that sounds good. But if they kill the dwarf, who's gonna take back the letter for the Warriors of Good Deeds?
I think we'll deal with that later.
We'll just leave it on the body, and the body will just stay there. And 1 second, and I'm gonna huddle with everybody. So that dwarf has to have some good shit on it, right? So how are we gonna? Any plans? Like, do we just
Again, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
We've got a lot of bridges to burn, and I don't think we're gonna have enough gasoline. But okay. What is gasoline? All right, break.
Okay. So, the next day, you guys have a long rest. So I understand you're going to somehow separate the dwarf from the other 3 members of the Warriors of Good Deeds. Get her off by herself somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Where Ssadie will ambush her with a bunch of goblins.
Apparently, that is the plan.
Have you thought at all how you plan to do this whole split up the warriors and get one where you?
I guess we're at that bridge now.
Okay. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but they usually, whenever they leave town, they usually leave together.
Yep, I know that.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Well,
I mean, where's
could you possibly do this? I mean, do dwarves have this sort of like one dwarf to another kind of thing? You meet in private to have a private conversation about dwarvy things?
Oh, I think they have like this code, don't they?
Please tell me more about dwarves.
I heard
they're looking at you guys.
I'm a tiefling. I don't know.
Is it true you speak telepathically, Holden?
I am really.
We talk through our beards.
Really.
Oh shit!
So, I was asking.
No, I don't. You've met me. I'm not charming at all. Like, I'm pretty sure it'd be easier for me to separate her by just existing at her too hard and then running when she wants to murder me. That might not be a bad plan.
Just existing at her too hard.
Oh,
I mean, could you maybe ask for their advice on something, or I don't know.
Dwarves like 4G stuff, don't they?
But how are we gonna get the
I'm
forge to the
sure-
outside of town?
How heavy's a forge? And Tor's actually gonna ask that.
Okay, well, we are not lifting my forge.
I mean,
After all this is said and done, I need to have a job.
I mean, we can put it back. Tor just has a dead straight face right now. Like,
Okay. I think maybe I can separate her from the rest of them. Maybe. I think I can do this.
don't think, do.
You're right, Tor.
I'm
You
just gonna
always believe in me.
put a hand on his shoulder as always. Give him a thumbs up. Yeah.
I love you so much, man. Give me some thumbs up
Oi.
back.
That bro hug with the one pat on the back.
I believe in you, Holden.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna get these bastards. One of them is gonna die today.
We are.
Let's not say this
we
out
are
loud, Holden.
absolute-
Okay. All right.
Couple of things
Yes.
that I'd like to have Moira do while they're going about these shenanigans.
Okay.
One, I want to talk to, is it Togan? Is that his name?
Kogan Harcheese?
Kogan, okay. And see if perhaps Ssadie signed for a room or anything like that. So see if Moira can get a peek at the signature to see what it looks like.
In fact, normally you do have to sign the logbook or the guest book when you purchase a room at the Happy Cow. That said, if Sadie didn't feel like signing the guest book, no one in that tavern would have made her. So,
Good point.
Lydia, did you sign the guest book or the when you got a room at the Happy Cow?
She's got pretty low intelligence. She for sure signed that guest book.
Yes.
Okay. So Moira goes up to Kogan, who is, at his post as usual. What can I do you for?
Oh, well, I was just really curious about that new guest of yours, Ssadie. And
I'm not giving you a key to her room, if that's what you're asking.
I'm not that.
Yes,
that
you
much
are.
of a slut. Okay. Granted, I'm not used to being shot down, so this whole rejection thing. Not quite sure how to deal with it, but I know that's the wrong way to do it. No, I don't want a key to her room.
All right. Well, what do you want then?
I just wanted to take a look at her signature. I was curious. She says her name is Ssadie specifically, so I'm just curious how many S's she puts in her name.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Kogan. Not that much of a slut. There it is. persuasion.
Nah.
Oh! Unmodified 20.
All right. He
Or
says,
modified 20.
"You know what? I'm kind of curious how
Dirty
many
20.
S's are in her name as well." And he pulls out the book and he flips to the most recent page, points to her name, Sadie, and he starts counting 1, 2, 3. However many he gets to is, in this case, how many S's did you put, Lydia, this particular time? I feel like it's a different number of S's every time you spell it, but
It is. This particular time was 9.
9 S's.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That's my formal signature.
All right. Perfect. So, yeah, Moira's going to take a look at that and go, all right, thank you very much. Yeah, I was just curious. And she's going to go look for a flower shop. Is there a flower shop in town?
There is a herbalist shop in town, and she definitely has flowers.
Perfect. Looking for a crimson rose.
We'll say that she definitely definitely has. This is Ella, in case there was any ambiguity about what I said. But
right.
yeah, we'll say. Yeah.
Well, the
Like
thing
there's
is,
a herbalist in town. Oh, also it's Ella. In case.
I had such a disconnect with that in my head. I was thinking, well, but Ella's the potion shop.
yeah.
Ella, roll me a percentile to see if you have a crimson rose.
Oh, I'm going to roll you a physical percentile because I don't roll 20 right now.
That's fair. It is called roll 20, not roll 100. So.
I see what you
Nice
did there.
one.
60.
60. Okay, so you do have a crimson rose.
Hey there, Ella. Need to get a
However much
crimson
you
rose
want to
from
sell
you.
it to your friend is up to you.
No, this would be to help you in seducing Ssadie, would it?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I gave it a shot. I got shot down. I'm not after her anymore.
All
Jeez,
right.
why is everybody assuming stuff about me?
Gives her the crimson rose. Now
Alright, how much
you
do
owe
I owe
me
you?
2 gold.
2 feckin' gold. You out of your bloody mind?
Okay, because it's you, it's a gold.
Just gonna give her suspicious eyes, but pay the gold. Like, fine. I mean, it's to help you too. Anyways, I'm gonna go nurse my hurt feelings now, and I'll catch back up with you. So Moira is going to work on the letter and seal it up with the rose.
You do that, and while you are doing that, we're gonna shift the attention, the focus of our story over to Holden Tuddick, because I really want to know what he's up to.
Right. So I'm gonna head back to the forge real quick. I'm gonna get my my suaviest peasant robes on, get myself nice and cleaned up, slick back the hair a little bit, make myself presentable. And then I'm just gonna mosey on about town until I find. Well, I should probably see the goblins first, so I'm gonna run over to the goblins, and I'll be like, I'm gonna look for them first.
You doesn't take long. The goblins are exactly where they said they would be. They've been waiting now for 2 days.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk up to them and go, sweet, and that's gonna be, hey, I've got the armor and the crossbows, guys. It's time for murder. Makes good points.
Which, of course, means yes. Let's make with the murder. I am very excited to use the gear you're going to give us to pock those heroes on the head 3 times.
3 times. That means they're serious. Nano.
Hello there.
Kai fati fatwa. And that's basically me saying, I'm gonna bring up one of the warriors of good deeds for you to murder. But first, I have Surrender Lady who will help you so the surrender doesn't hurt you.
That's right. I forgot that's the same word for magic.
That's right. In Lydia, just so you know, in goblins as the other players discovered last week, our last session, the goblin word for magic is the same word that they have for surrender. because saying, hey, look, there's a spellcaster over there casting magic. The sentence that basically means that also means we surrender. Because that's how goblins feel about magic. So
fine.
Yeah. So you're telling them that this lady will protect them from the magic with her magic.
Right. I'm gonna give them a brief description of what she looks like. I'm going to also tell them that it's very important that they do not touch her, or the surrender will consume them in surrender.
All right. They will say no. And they goblin speak in my head is basically a more intricate version of the aliens from Mars Attacks. But
perfect.
Yeah. So they agree. They're excited to use the plan. They try on the armor. They're like,
okay.
So very excited. So you got the goblins. They're all set up. They've been told about Ssadie. They're ready to ambush this dwarf.
One last thing with me and the goblins. I'm going to, as I give one of the goblins the crossbow, I'm also gonna put the letter in the closest thing he has to a pocket.
Okay.
I'm not being sneaky about it. I'm like, this is for you. Don't touch.
The letter that mentions the Crimson Court.
Yeah,
got it. Done.
All right.
And so you go back to town.
Yep.
Where you meet up with your friends, tell them about your job well done, and now you have but one thing left to do.
Yeah, that's why I got swabbed
to
up.
Trip your trap.
You know it's time.
Bing, bang, boom.
Bing, bang, boom. Nothing but a bing, bang, boom. It's time.
What's she gonna do? Your trap.
All right, guys. So far, I've been killing it today. I don't know what's gotten into me. I think all I needed was my S back.
I'll tell you what it is. Your dungeon master hasn't asked you for too many rolls yet.
I know, that's where I get killed. So, that being said, I think I can get the dwarf.
Remind you, none of us have rerolls.
Yep. Lydia, you actually have one. Everybody starts with one tree reroll, so you do have one. That being said, if anybody would like to help out our very poor peasanty party, there's information on how you can do so in the chat.
If anyone feels like donating, they should give all their donations to our special guest star for being awesome and showing up for this episode. Plus, why would you give your donations to a peasant when you have this awesome heroic player character?
Heroic.
Wow.
Heroic / villainous, you know.
Yeah, terrorist guys.
Like I said earlier, Victor's write the books.
As Moira would say, it's just a matter of perspective.
So Tudyk, you're up.
Okay.
Suavemente. It doesn't take you long to find the Warriors of Good Deeds. All you have to do is follow the trail of destruction that they leave in their wake, or rather the trail of annoyance. You find the three warriors hanging out at their favorite bar, the other bar in town, whose name I forget off the top of my head. Thank you for the tip, Potato Hollow.
You know what I'm doing. I'm getting 2 rerolls to Holden.
Gwen, haven't you spent enough money on tonight's session?
I mean, I don't want.
Fair enough. Yes, you find the 3 members of the Warriors of Good Deeds. They're hanging out at their favorite bar in town. Not the Happy Cow. It's the other one that they prefer. Off the top of my head, I forget its name, but it's in my notes somewhere. And you find them there, and they're without their halfling. And as you're walking up to them, you overhear that they are debating what to do because the halfling won't come out of his room for some reason.
That's good.
He said something about not wanting to be spotted by the wrong people in town and just locked himself up in his room. And yeah, so what do you do, Holden? Superstar.
I want to walk over to the dwarf.
So you walk up to them, and of course the first one to notice you is obviously the dwarf because she's taken a liking to you. Natalia Stormbreaker,
Yes.
the dwarf war priest of
The farter.
Yes. She looks over and she says, "Oh, two dicks. It's I haven't seen you in days. Where have you been hiding?"
I've had a lot of time to think since the new blacksmith came into town, and
yes, haven't you seen it? Isn't it impressive?
It's lovely. It's wonderful.
We have a faux hammer as our lead blacksmith.
I was so excited to meet him. He's really just something else. I was hoping maybe I could talk to you outside in private for just a moment of your time.
What would you wish to talk to me?
Yes.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, here we go.
I like to imagine a dwarf actually said that.
Hold on. Nat 20, baby.
Yes!
Real dice save
boy.
lives.
Oh boy. Okay. So she says, she turns to her 2 allies, the human and the elf, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry, this won't be a moment." She doesn't think that the conversation will take too long because conversations with you never do, in her experience. And so she steps outside with you, all by herself.
Okay, so as I walk out,
What is it? What is it, Two Dicks?
yes.
What do you want?
So
What are you getting up to?
What am I getting up to? I'm not getting up to much. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. You all bringing in the 3 dicks complete honesty blacksmith has made me realize that I think I'm wasting my life. And to change that, I figured I might as well talk to the most prestigious dwarf I know. And so you immediately came to mind.
Make a deception check.
Come on, baby, don't fuck me. So that's gonna be that's not bad. 6 plus where did I put my stats? Oh yeah, so I rolled a 16, so that's gonna be a 15.
Not bad. Not bad at all. She's like, "Really? Well, I am a pretty prestigious dwarf. What with being a member of the Warriors of Good Deeds, and I don't like to brag, but I am, of course, the greatest member of the team.
I mean,
the most important member of the team. Let's be honest, they wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't get 5 minutes without me.
I don't even think they could have met the Crimson Court in combat if it weren't for you. And I'm trying to do the walk and talk thing with her.
Oh, for sure.
That's
where are we going?
I need to get away from my friends because I told them that I wanted to talk to you, and they told me that, I'm far outside of my league, and I already know that, but I just it's hard to say these things.
Holden, are you hitting on me? Are we gonna see 2 rejections in one night?
I would
three,
never.
actually.
I can make it 4 if you want.
Are you hitting on me, Holden?
I would never dare to hit on you. You don't want the likes of a peasant like me, but maybe.
Oh, certainly not. I mean, well, if for no other reason, then can you imagine? Can you imagine if my name was Natalia Two Dicks? Never in a million years.
If I were so lucky to even draw your eye, I would easily take the name Storm.
Well, it is 1489. It's totally.
I mean, why
accepted.
shouldn't the man take the woman's name? Really, that doesn't make any sense to me. You are more accomplished, and I'm like doing the walking, talking. You are more accomplished and a better dwarf than I could ever be.
You're absolutely right about everything you just said.
I mean, the fact that you're standing here talking to me is just an example of how gracious and wonderful and charming you are.
I'm gonna ask a second deception check. You are
bring it on.
You're laying it on thick, so that deserves another check.
I wish I could just point my camera. It's a 15. So that's a 14 total.
Okay.
You have 2 rerolls.
One of her eyebrows goes way up there, and she's like, "For someone who's not hitting on me,
you don't have to use rerolls for your rolls."
I'm sorry. What was that? One more time.
I said, "For someone who's not hitting on me, you're certainly laying the compliments on thick." And she stops walking. Where are we going anyway? What is it you wanted to speak to me about?
It's embarrassing, but he takes out his axe and he's like, after all the stories I heard about the Crimson Court, I heard about how you attack, and he's like gonna show practice swings. He was like, I was hoping maybe you could, give me a pointer or two.
And that's the signal.
Is that the signal?
Yeah.
You're
I don't know if I even got that far. I was just being pathetic.
You definitely didn't get quite far enough.
Yeah, so no,
for anyone to see you where the ambush was waiting.
Yeah, so he's just kind of showing her examples of his attack.
She'll say, "So what? You want me to show you a thing or two? Is that it?"
Yeah, check out how far I can throw my axe. I bet you can't throw it farther than me. And he throws his axe in the direction of the ambush. It's like, bet you can't beat that. I'm trying.
I love it.
She will smugly walk over to the axe, which you threw. What's your strength score?
Actually, I think it's respectable. It's a whole 16.
Wow, so you threw it a whole 16 feet. She walks over to it, picks it up, and throws it. She walks over to it, picks it up, and goes to throw it, but it slips out of her hand and it flies backwards. Well, that's embarrassing. Look.
Maybe
I
was wrong. You
You're
know,
bad luck.
I was wrong. I should have talked to someone else for lessons. I'm sorry.
Now you just listen here for a moment.
You couldn't even throw it farther than me. I mean, no offense, but I need someone that's going to actually be able to best me if I'm going to learn from them.
She rolls up her sleeves, cracks her fingers, casts a spell on herself, enhance ability, strength, picks up your axe and chucks it a good, let's say 120 feet, all the way roughly to where the ambush location is supposed to be.
Bet you I can get to the axe first. And he starts running.
And she, you're gonna have to make some type of charisma check. I'll say deception or persuasion, whichever you like better.
Oh, they're both -1.
That's what I thought.
That is 14.
Okay. Well, she takes off after you, and
Fuck.
you're getting close to the ambush spot. So meanwhile, what is everyone else doing? I know that Ssadie is going to be ambushing Tudyk with the goblins. The rest of the three of you, are you also part of the ambush, or are you back in town just drinking to your victory?
Ella's going to be working as much as she can to help pay off the loan.
Of course.
Moira did agree to help with the use her surrender against the other surrender.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll be there.
She'll be there. And what about Tor?
Yeah, Tor's there.
Is nobody
Okay.
making sure the rest of the warriors don't catch up?
I guess not.
You gotta break an egg to make an omelet.
Despite the fact that you got a head start, Natalia beats you to the axe and picks it up and says, I don't think your spirit's strong enough to ever learn how to use this thing properly. You should stick to blacksmithing.
You think I'm a good blacksmith?
No, but you're a better
Oh.
blacksmith than you are an axe thrower.
Okay. Now.
Suddenly, a band of 8 goblins jump out from the bushes. If you recall, the band was 6 goblins before. It seems like they, goblins just multiply like rabbits, right? They just, every time you see them, there's more of them. 8 goblins jump out from the bushes, along with Tor, Moira, and Ssadie. What are you doing here? I thought the Crimson Court left town.
Didn't you say you defeated him?
Well,
Same thing with the
mean-
goblins?
I seem to recall you saying you murdered them all.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a pickle, if I will say.
I don't think your spirit's ever going to be strong enough to survive this. You should just stick to dying.
Oh.
Ballsy threat right there.
The gloves have come
Natalia.
off.
Somebody dies. Somebody dies here.
Natalia takes out her axe.
I know.
And
I'm gonna
goes
die.
to town. We have 10 minutes left to this session. So, and she's vastly outnumbered. So there really is no point in playing out the full combat encounter. I basically just want to know from each of you, especially Lydia, what you plan to do in this combat encounter that we're glossing over. How you plan to what kind of tactics do you use against the dwarf?
I just shoot a lot of high-level spells at her,
And of course that always works.
and then I
what
can
are the
spell her too.
What do the rest of you guys do?
I just want to hit her one good time.
Want to hit her one good time? I will ask you to make a roll then. But everyone...
The only thing Moira does is thaumaturgy. I think
You have 2 rerolls.
how you say it. She'll make the ground shake, sparks, that sort of thing. Just puts on a good show for the goblins to make them feel like they've got magic support.
To make them feel like they've got magic support. Got it. Not a good show for the goblins to make them feel like they got magic support, but not too good so you don't actually scare them off with your magic.
Exactly. And then she'll put
okay, so what from Holden, I'm gonna need an attack roll. From Moira, I'm gonna need a performance check.
Okay.
What is Tor up to?
Tor's in the back, looking a little anxious to jump in. Like he keeps looking at his axe and just
like
it's blatantly obvious that he does not want to fight.
Okay.
Like he just it's hard to explain.
I know, I understand.
Yeah.
He's there to support them, but then when the action goes down, it's like
it's not that he's scared, it's just that he doesn't want to resort to fighting.
Cool beans. Holden, what was your attack roll?
16 total.
Cool. And Raven, I see you got a
nat
one performance, but you got a +8. So that's good. You do a good job for the goblins, actually. That 9 is pretty good. If it was any lower, or it couldn't be lower. If it was any higher, you might risk the chance of scaring them off. Too much magic.
Yay! I succeeded through failure.
Yeah.
I also
Holden,
want to put the rose note on the dead dwarf.
Yeah. Holden, you get a good hit in. She's gonna get a good hit back in.
Go get it!
She's gonna miss that roll, but she has multiple attacks, and she really doesn't like you.
I just looked at how much hit points I have, and I take it back. Don't get some. Don't get any, please.
Take it back. Take it back.
You can re-roll that.
Oh no!
That's true. You could use your reroll on your
on the nat 20.
Holden, you take
please use the reroll.
9 damage.
That's my
9
HP.
Well, she knocks you out.
Wait, time out. Do we still have those temporary hit points?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still standing.
I'm still standing.
Yo, I forgot how we got those temporary hit points, but thank you. You saved my life just now.
By April Dawn?
Was April Dawn. Yeah, last game.
April, you saved my life, you beautiful, beautiful angel.
With Ssadie, what is your favorite spell, or your best spell that your character has?
So Ssadie was gonna do a whole bunch of magic missiles.
Just like nonstop magic missile barrage.
For a bit, because they don't miss.
They certainly don't miss, and when you use a higher level spell slot, they do even more damage too.
Exactly.
So
right.
that's great. So Ssadie, you get the last hit in. Tell me how you take down the dwarf.
Well, I would conjure a whole lot of my little magic missiles. I think that they look like little snake daggers.
My little magic missiles.
My little magic missiles.
All right, I will try to make them sound more like terrifying and deadly.
No. I love them. I love them exactly. Like I'm picturing My Little Ponies, but snakes.
Yeah.
That come and shoot into the bad guys.
Well,
like
my job here is done.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Care Bear stare snakes. That's perfect.
I love it.
You blast the dwarf until she eventually falls. But she is, of course, not She is not a peasant like the rest of y'all. She is she's a hardened hero. She's made of tougher stuff. So when she goes down, she doesn't immediately die. She is dying, but she doesn't immediately die. Do you finish her off, or do you tie her up and keep her alive for whatever future plots you might have in mind? This is a question for all of you because you're all there, except for Ella. I guess Ella doesn't get a vote because you're not there.
Well, we know Holden's answer.
Well, before you go murdering her, let's just take a quick second and think about it. Is there a benefit to keeping her alive?
No.
Can I ask her some questions first?
She's
Sure.
unconscious.
Oh,
She
damn
did
it, never
not.
mind.
She definitely went down fighting. Up until her last hit point, she was swinging that axe.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if she gets
If
conscious,
you want to ask her some questions, you would have to pick the. You would have to vote for the "let's tie her up and leave her alive" option.
I don't know if that.
Or guys, counterpoint. We kill her.
all right. If we kill her, I call dibs on her armor.
I call dibs on the axe. I made it.
I didn't want it to come to this,
Ella
but
called
we're gonna
dibs on
have
the
to.
gold, by the way. If you don't remember from earlier.
Ella's not
I
here. No, I'm just kidding.
Correct. Ella is not here. I don't know if Ssadie has any designs or desires to raid the dwarf of all of her gear. But if she does, the goblins will totally support Ssadie.
Have you guys ever listened to Huey Lewis in the news?
Which song?
No, just an American Psycho reference.
Oh,
This is it,
I've got the axe in hand and I'm ready to go.
it's too dangerous to keep her alive.
I couldn't agree more.
But there's no other choice, because if we let her live and she knows our faces and obviously she knows Holden.
Yeah, I gave her that cool ass one-liner. I cannot let her live.
You led her here.
I let her here and I gave her that cool ass one-liner. So I'm kind of fucked, guys. So let me just get this. Let me just.
only
have is fun.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Swing, bada, so.
Okay.
Going, gone.
The peasants are peasants no
you
more.
gotta
For on this
swing.
day, they became murderers. The murderers who strike back as you slay one of the. You've done what the Crimson Court could not do, or rather, failed to do.
Would not do, probably.
They definitely could have done it, but they definitely didn't. Anyway, you have slain Natalia Stormbreaker, the dwarf war priest. I am crossing her name out in my notebook.
And like with the last
my digital notebook. And that's where we are going to end this session.
I just have one thing I would like to add, just as a personal closure for myself.
Is it something that is going to make me want to one up it with a 3-dicks blacksmith or something like that?
Probably, and that's the best part of this game.
Okay, then say what you want to say. After
the last swing, I just want to kneel down and whisper in her ear, "It was Tunnix."
That's poetic justice.
And her ghost whispers into your ear, "It's always 2 dicks." Anyway, that's where we're going to finish this session. There is going to, however, be an epilogue of this session, just for our fancy special guest star, Lydia. Tell us all what happened to Ssadie after she helps these 4 saps kill one of the warriors of good deeds?
As soon as the dwarf went down, I don't think Sadie even like cared to like watch them like raid her or like whatever.
She was just
Weird
she
shit
was,
they were just
she was just
doing.
gone.
I was like,
But,
okay, job well done, I guess.
you know, she was she's last magic missile gets the last hit in, bing bang boom, she's already gone.
Yeah, she goes
There it is.
like back to the tavern to have a drink and just like, keep going because she was just passing through.
She's got better things to do than to meddle in the lives of
She
those
doesn't know
peasants.
what though. She has no idea what her what she's doing.
Well, I want to thank you so much, Lydia, for being with us this session. It has been absolute joy to have Ssadie in my cast once again. I honestly don't think
Absolutely amazing.
that any of these people could have killed any of the Warriors of Light without your help. So
No.
Oh
he
God,
was.
no. Lend us your strength once again.
Oh yeah.
4 more times, or 3 or 4 more times precisely.
Well, I don't know. I think I may have scared off the halfling. Maybe we'll
It's
see.
possible. We're gonna find out what happens to him next session. But he definitely made himself scarce for the rest of the episode. That's for sure. So yeah, there we go.
Well,
That was
fantastic.
another episode of Peasants Strike Back. Thank you,
Yes.
audience members, for tuning in. Hope
Yeah,
you all had a
definitely.
blast. Let's go around the table and say. We'll start with Noir. What was your favorite moment of the session?
Wait, did you say Moira or Nor?
I said Noir.
Perfect.
Okay, sorry.
Nor.
Wait, was it Moira or Noir? I'm so sorry.
Two
You said
dicks.
Moira the second
Two
time.
dicks.
Like
Two dicks.
It's Tuddix.
It's like Dora the Explorer. What was your favorite part? Mine too. It's just like that.
I think my favorite part was watching our lovely PC here just reject the whole party. It was just like a montage of failure, and it was hilarious.
It was, I gotta say, that was my favorite part too. Just watching her again and again, just like nonchalantly, not even a discussion, just be like, no.
No.
But
I
what
don't
if
want
we?
to do
No.
No.
Do you wanna maybe? No.
I mean, Ella tried.
It was so
Don't you
She
care
tried.
about? No.
It was so surreal.
That was great.
Oh my God.
I mean, truth be told, that is totally what.
But as soon as I found out someone made fun of his name,
That's the bond, you guys. But yeah, that was my favorite part, hands down.
Where
Oh,
can we
yeah,
find you next?
Holden-
Right,
Right.
right.
Holden was MVP this episode.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, you guys can find me at Noir Enigma on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, or you can come, meet this mug in person at GameholeCon. It should be a good time. And if you go to the True Dungeon, I might be one of the monsters you fight there. Ooh.
Cool.
Gwyn, what was your favorite part, and where can we see you next?
Well, Noir said my favorite part, so I'll just say a different part altogether, and that would be, yeah, Holden flirting with the dwarf and like saying I'm not flirting all the time, flirting. Yes, you can find me here. Do we have anything tomorrow? I don't think so.
Tomorrow, you and I will both be on twitch.tv/RowanNorth. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm getting my days mixed up. I'll be here
Yeah.
tomorrow.
So Wednesday we will be on Run North. Thursday we will be doing the Halloween one shot.
Yes.
But yes, I will be tweeting out
Fantastic.
all of my shenanigans on at Potato Hell on Twitter.
And Buggy, what was your favorite part, and where can we see you next?
My favorite part, 100%, the gimbal exchange from the beginning. That was, whew, that was a gem. You can find me here next week, on tomorrow over at Plan to Fail. It's a D&D thing I just play with a couple of my buddies from high school. You can find me here on Twitch at team_totem_. And I always say this, but I'm going to try to get active on Twitter. It'll happen hopefully at some point. Yeah, thank you.
Raven, what was your favorite part? Where can we see you next?
So my favorite parts, probably, Moira getting rejected by Ssadie, especially because that may very well be the first time Moira's ever been rejected, seeing as she's the daughter of two adventurers, an adventurer and a failed adventurer. She's not unattractive, and so yeah, I think that being like the first time she's ever been rejected, and then everyone assuming that she was just gonna be like the creepy stalker. And she's like, what? Why are you all assuming that? I think that was probably my favorite part, but there's so many fantastic moments.
Moira has not shown a propension for being well with rejection.
That's fair.
She doesn't know how to. It's never happened.
Sounds like a constitution check to me.
Holden is a master of rejection.
As for where you can find me next, of course here at twitch.tv/Raven. We're doing Black Feather Guild streams, which are tabletop streams on Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, and then I will be here tomorrow doing an educational stream where I'm going to show you how I make some of the art that I use in the games that I run, as well as some of the cover art that you see on Twitter, things like that. So we'll be talking about that a little bit, and I'm going to try to keep doing those every Tuesday, something educational, like how do you get in character, how do you write games, things like that. So that'll be tomorrow at 7 p.m. is when I will be back here.
Awesome. And of course, Lydia, what was your favorite part? Where can we see you next?
Oh man, my favorite part was just rejecting all of you. Thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity.
Thank you so much for indulging me and for joining us here to reprise your character. If anyone doesn't know, Lydia played Ssadie in a one-shot that I ran over on Ssssadie's channel called Revenge of the Crimson Court. I believe you can still watch it.
Yeah, you can on YouTube.
So you should definitely check it out. Lydia is fantastic in this role. I would very much love to have you back and play this character again. Hopefully we can do that at some point in the future. That would be great. And where can we see you next?
You can see me on Wednesday on Encounter Roleplay. It is the series finale of our Zweihander campaign. It is going to be grim and perilous, probably, as the title would say. Other than that, you can follow my Twitter at Lydia Heals, and I will post wherever I'm going to be. I'm kind of all over the place right now.
Awesome. Well, we'll have to tune in for that, especially that finale on Wednesday. What time is that at? You know?
That's from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock.
Awesome. Thank you very much again for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Anytime. I still am Joshua Barbeau. You can catch me next on Ssssadie's channel tomorrow night. We are playing the finale of Apotheosis, where I play a paladin monk minotaur who really just wants to be a dancer. And if you want to support me, you can do so by checking out this new D&D supplement that I have been working on for way too long, way too much time. It is finished. I just am making some last minute edits. It will go up tonight. So by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, if you go on over to DM's Guild and look up Wrong Turn, you will find my module there. Like I said before, it's an add-on supplement for Dragon Heist. But even if you're not running or playing in Dragon Heist, there's a couple of things in there that you might like to see, like stats for a wereshark. Who doesn't like weresharks? Yeah, and I already said my favorite part was also Lydia rejecting everyone. That was great. So Raven, I'm going to turn it over to you. You can wrap it up how you like.
Fantastic. Thank you again, Joshua, for running the game, for coming up with our awesome classes, which I believe you're also going to have as a supplement in the future, right?
They are going to go up on the DM's Guild. All of these players are playing custom classes, custom peasant classes, except for Lydia, who's playing, of course, an actual player class.
Yeah.
All of them playing custom peasant classes that I wrote up. It will be going on DM's Guild soon. I've just been focusing on this Wrong Turn adventure first. Once that is up, which again will be later tonight, my primary focus will be to get the write-up for these classes finished and polished to put on DM's Guild. So if you would like to play Peasants in one of your D&D games, the option will be there for you.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's great. And then, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Gwen, for that donation. Thank you to all the players. And yeah, thank you definitely, Lydia, for being here and joining us for this game. It was a pleasure to have you here. Welcome back anytime. And on that note, if any of you would like to join a game here on Blackfeather Guild, you can do so by looking at the link in chat, just went up there. So I'm going to try to do a one-shot every Friday going forward, which will be a really easy way for new people to get involved. And it doesn't matter if you've never played tabletop before or if you've been playing all your life, everyone is welcome to join. And then we do have, I think, one spot on a campaign open right now, and we'll be doing another number of campaigns in January, which will have some spots open. So be sure to keep checking back that link. And then if you want to get involved and you don't see an open spot, let me know, and I'll get you on a waiting list too. And with that, we are going to go on a raid. So we're going to raid a friend of mine, Milady Saito, another excellent GM. She has a lot of really cool tabletop stuff and a variety of games as well. So we're going to head over there and be sure to give her a follow. Raid cry is going to be Bing Bang Boom, She's Gone, which you can find there in chat. And I'm just going to move us to our rating screen while I get this typed in. But thank you again, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.